say they can call us one something. So in the long run and dream personally, I would like to put Papua New Guinea like on the world map. Me like in word Sawe, that our music is not just we call it local whatever, but it may have a market somewhere and it may have an influence somewhere or life lo one narap naman napa kante or music life lo narap naman, and that's the stage where me looking for some time lo future with me. Hopefully it doesn't take very long, more longer than it already has. Longer time now, me come na me kamina po sa kaya na, but there's still more something may come up na me hope was him. Eventually people or I blow man up looking was him. Papua New Guinea music can stop. We've had representatives from Papua New Guinea go out like back in the day. Like now, export the music, as influential as before, and as strong as before. Like back in the day, before Rex band played in Japan, and we've had Sangoma go to Germany. It's like kind of long way up. George Taylor go as far as England, Tingima. Close to up. So some like a long way up. But over the past few years, come now. As far as we've been going only as far as Australia. You know, go further more than that. Back in the day, they had shows out in the world.
True.
And that's something that we haven't seen in a long time. And Dream and Blow Museum, I want this to come back again. I want music to rise again in Papua New Guinea. And not just rise, people have to start really writing songs. In fact, that's like a dream. And when you write a song, you think about what you have to say. Just writing one something start to keep your brain to you. There's more in our brain than what we normally write. We think deeper. There's a dictionary. Learn how to use words, treasuries now. The developing skill, no matter what language you speak. The broader knowledge, writing something has to be there. And that's what I want to see. Mila looking right like songwriting inside the country, not just music creation and all that. We have plenty good musicians already in our country. Well, we just need to step up on the melody, and that's what I look for, melody. And if there's a good tune, it automatically gets attention blow me. And then I get to listen to the words. Yeah.
Man, you talk now. You put in people challenge straight long. Me too as well. Now, me hope all musicians, all up and coming artists, all the RM stuff. Now, your music taste, na sound, la music me RM now. Emi recall it back long. All music taste long. Rex band, Sanguma band, kind of Garamut stuff inside, and we have Nature's the Wararon, Namel, now music. These are the songs. And we've been making this little band only traveling well.
Yes.
Oli no semblo pasi malo.
Yes.
Oli no semblo pasi medres na sanablo stage na oli paitim garamut na sing namelo uplo white man in a strange land up where white skin man pull up, but oli proud lo wearing custom culture of the old dressing blong Papua New Guinea na bilas blong Papua New Guinea na oli sing tumbuna. Na this plan been put in true PNG music lo well me posim tok liam true. One of some challenge ila give him long all up and coming music. Comparing music lo now, you make at them some nubla technology, nubla software come. Anybody can produce music wherever they are. And then it lo diwai or lo one map kona all stuff all can make him music. But now taste the music like amuklo neoklo skeli mo sa amuklo misim sampla point liglika. Mak we PNG all this been come on top na kind of traditional music or some to. Some of the challenges you like giving lo up and coming artists.
Well, firstly, music is not. People try to see music as a hobby, but music is a calling. It's a calling, and with that calling comes passion. That is like something I'm gonna bell you don't have to stop him. You don't have to stop him. You can cross music man and talk him to stop the play band. Mary Blame can pass him remember height lo you never play band yet. You don't have to stop him. I'm calling him.
True.
I'm calling the life lo man. Man ask him the game, Papa blue game, big man game just like calling the life blue. So if it is not your calling, then you working this like Palatin music like awesome job. If it's your calling, you will go out of your way to find out how to make this music go out. And if you've seen like back in the day, we had real musicians, real people. People went to school to know how to play, and they even born with the talent, but all extending this like talent on the education now, or putting a bonus on top of them. And with that, Now all go out. All not go out when there's something where white man. Like everywhere you go overseas, people are rapping. People are whatever. There's nothing wrong with rapping. Rapping is cool. I love rap. It rhymes and there's a rhythm and goa. But there's something that they already have, and that's something that they set the benchmark. Now you could try to meet him. But with our local traditional music and contemporary music, and with our local string band styles and some
True.
sla, I'm more unique. There's something that they don't have, and that's something that they're looking for. People are looking for inspiration these days.
True.
Who got an idea inside the world and finish, and they're looking out. Even eventually, look come, and if we keep on putting our music like that at the market, but man looks out and say, oh, there's actually something out there that me not looking before. Now, look come, and eventually they look at our side, because in fact, in the world today, everything has been heard.
Mm.
Man come up in new plan, but it's already been heard, and there's some music that still hasn't been heard. That's coming back. African, all the music problem go now. All the man carry African music these days.
Mm.
No, but no one's heard Papuan Africans. The reason why the music hitting well is because they authentic sound blow all listen. Rhythm blow all, traditional rhythm blow all, and it's catching the vibe of the world. Now man think blow man walk low. Look go now African music. And Africa is taking off with their music because not because of whatever influencers, their authenticity, the normal way blow play music, traditional rhythm, or something, yeah. And how will catch your attention in the world. That's the same thing that we have. And that's something that Africa doesn't have. It's what we have. Our music, they have their own traditional instruments and they are using it. That's how all music will come out. And if we do the same, we could bring our music out there. And we could want to but because we're trying to follow the trend, we can either be trend setters or trend followers. So we have had people come over the years and they've set a trend which took the attention of the world. Now all go out like Sangoma, Tamaran culture, even Rex band go out play in Japan. Plenty, yeah. The export do become a big, and now eventually it has come. The reason why we cannot be funded with this is because we have nothing new to offer. If the government supports us now, want to put in money, low blame God, what are we going to offer? Are we going to offer something that already Bob Marley did? Or are we going to offer something that DJ Bobo and Setting Penis or whatever? Or are we going to offer something that the world really hasn't heard yet? And that's the music that our fathers like, Sangoma band all like. Or come up now, setting one plus kind of music blaming. Or setting on the market, and we never followed up on that market. Yeah, we never followed up to actually reap the harvest that they said. All planning kaya. You may know if we continue going back to that garden, we make some kaya long. But you may not see kaya because there's nothing new for us to offer. We are becoming trend followers and not trendsetters. Someone has set that trend for us, but you may not be any. Yeah, so it's whose fault? It's not anyone's fault. It's our own fault for not actually following up on the seed Papa Blimi planning.
True.
Yeah.
Well, you are MPs. So finally, word of like encouragement to up and coming artists. Like take home message to them. How lo come up with plus standard na mark na look sa
Well, you normally plant the line if you ask them this question, they say, oh, just be you, be. Plant the line, but also kind of me, I believe in calling. I believe in calling. There's a reason why everyone is born. And if you inside of bell you music man, you know why you were born. Reason why mama will pen lo carry you, and map die lo house lo carry you, and be successful. Now, advice from me, know your calling, know why you were born, the reason know and give up, because that's where you are most influential. The moment you know your calling, and if it's in music or if it's in sports or it's in anything, otherwise you'll be wasting your time going to school. School is good. School is education. It broadens your mind. It makes us, and people ask questions like, you may go to school, you may learn calculus, and how will you pay nil want calculus? Or fixing car want calculus. No. Calculus is not to make you become a mechanic or whatever, or physics or whatever. No, it's to make your mind grow. So we're able to comprehend, we're able to understand things. Education is good. Go to school. But know your calling, because your calling is what will set you apart. It will make you find your way and fulfill your purpose, and you will be influential to others. You will help other people develop their calling and find their way too. At the end of the day, you leave a mark, you leave a legacy, you will never be forgotten. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. If you just joined me or join us this morning, that's Pitch Oleong, one of the up and coming artists, here with me as a special guest in the studio, introducing his single solo album titled Peles Bilong. You can hear the background music we're playing. Recording Madani Tiatlog Panakacho Productions, where maybe releasing finish. But Pitch, if you are on Facebook or YouTube channel, please stop. Inap you give him all details, please contact details, or one of my complex and pioneer will follow up on them all songs now latest release for you.
Yes, thank you. That's a very good question. Yes, me like him straight. Okay, thank you. On Facebook, my Facebook page is it's Pete Ho-Leong. That's the account that I'm using. Also on Instagram, it's PITTZHO-LEONG. Pete Ho-Leong. Facebook. PITTZ. Lo, I have also a page on channel on YouTube and one on Instagram. So eventually I will grow that. And first time lumilo komplakan something, I'm not really a geek with understanding the internet, no just something ito. So I've had my little help from other people. All man come helping me, lo setting up this or something, computer genius knowledge like kind. But yeah, eventually over time, when we go into other platforms like Spotify and iTunes and all this one of my
Well, URMP is Peter. Of course, before you me wrap him up this blog or the interview, one of time straight to think long release him long the song na make him launching or any gigs by you him long maybe I can watch him you live on stage.
yeah, I have very big plans for that. Like especially like I wanna do a nice big launching. Something I have plans. Something that Papua New Guinea, working at na Papua New Guinea looking. This level thing I'm stopping to let bloom. It's a process to Mbemisiran, and I think about this every day. I plan not only in the studio but live. But eventually, I want to get as much songs as I can out before I can do a launching. So you have material to actually uh, performer. So I don't want to be performing other people's songs. I'll take time. So eventually I start releasing my songs. And if there's any opportunity, I haven't played in a while since February. I last played with performed with Roxsy Rox, our own concert label, as a guitarist and backup vocalist there. And since then, me no play because of the pandemic. There's been a lockdown and it's been quite hard for plenty music line on him. For those who are able to go small gigs corporately, yeah, I'm all go. And for others, I've been actually been busy quite doing my music too, so me not been perform plenty. But all that is in my plan. I have planned to do a good launching for Papua New Guinea. So it your if you attend this concert, it will be worth your money. I want to do something that no one has ever done. It's hard. It will take effort. It will take money. It will take uh, everything from you. But at the end of the day, I want people to be happy, and I want to also be happy with what I want in my. But my music, I will be releasing over time. So right after September, I want to let this song go through September. I want people to be a part of the independence with this song. Be like your man, will appreciate him. Country blow, hard work blow, not a man because we have so many negative things that we say about our own country, about our leaders. And we bagar up in Yumiet Kokama, and then we wonder why we cannot progress because we curse ourselves, we curse our leaders, we curse our people. Na Yumi talk negative planting Yumi yet. Na Yumi bring him no good kamanta Yumi. But eventually over time I hope and I pray that mindset Yumi Papuni but change and
Sure.
we will see ourselves at a different level and our ministers will get to see music as a very big income na and how influence blame antar life blow man individually in antar economy blow country. Yeah, because it's a very big it's worldwide and big plus something where plenty man look lema. There's no pain to listening to music. Everybody loves music, whether you're a pilot or you're an engineer, you're a sportsman or what. Everybody listens to music. Eventually, playing music must go out, or man must look somewhere, and we have to have more positivity about all these things. Then anything else. So over time, Mila released one, sing Blow Me. So right after independence, I want to let this song go all the way through independence before I release the next one. The songs are set, but as I said, listening span blow mine is not the same as it used to be. So I have come up with this strategy to release one by one, and also with advice from my other friends who are all been releasing more music there, and they gave me some advice on their failures. Okay, and I am advice blow, and I'm taking that into consideration, and me like trying this strategy so that I don't repeat their mistakes.
Well, final word of thanks to Seto Line sana bakset liyo long musical career bin all songs you produce.
Sorry.
Final word of acknowledgement na thank you long all supporters ng friends sa sana bakset liyo.
Yes, firstly, me like to thank you, big man. Yet it's been a hard life. It's been hard when being brought up under a music family, but normally you don't get everything that probably you give me, because something probably you give you, and nararamdaman intercept like sim. Na minok siya okay something when misa supposed to kiss him. But big man has been gracious sitting him. I blame mental blow, life blow, me, career blow, me, dream one blow, me, angry blow, me, I'm finish. And he kept on pumping that. He come now. So me talk take you first one. Big man looks out big man. You stop na me plus stop. Na kung ogara family family and big or something. They hold you together, and they can break you, but they will always be there to actually put you back. And sometimes I think most of the time they break you, it's not that they intentionally break you, but there's another way of being made. You have to be broken to be made. Yeah. So family, and thank you straight to family and friends and people like, for example, I have my brother who's been there guiding me for the past months when she lived up house got to must be family blomi, Mrs. Blomi, pigin blomi, or stop no kabayral o isni Britain. Wara blomi yet set if tawan tami manlo Roxsy yet. These are some people. Kemi's been there a lot of times for me too. Daddy, mommy, blomi, or get a plenty line. Or mentors below me, people I look up to, Richard Mogu. There's one person that I really admire. Or words of advice, blame Joshua and David Tomina by how they write songs, and they influence me on how to write songs, and can influence Kama, Thomas Comboy, or Line Losanguma, all these people. Eventually over time I've met a lot of people who give impact to life. Me to thank you straight. I can call every name now, must tomorrow won't finish next week. But yeah, just a few main names to mention. Thank you straight now. Now okay man, we play hard music. I hope you like this song, and I hope you actually really consider listening to the words, and when I mean me to thank you blah. Just your listening, like they say, ear is boss when it comes to music. So you are in music, you like him, you boss. Me to thank you, because I'm one bell.
Well, there you have it. That's Peles Ho-Leong. Emi come one time you may long this morning long introduce him or release him the latest single program Peles Bilong you may featuring Roxsy Rox. Yeah, keep supporting our very local talent who said big plan Driman, who said big plan ting long kissing PNG musical on next level. This like an all artist. You be as a listeners, all man very blue papunin supporting promoting music long all. Now you can achieve this Driman or ligat long PNG music. Well, that's thank you so much again for your company and those of you tuning in as well. Thank you, Peter, for coming in, and our brother Seth, thank you again, and those of you listening in as well. We'll feature this song one more time again as we wrap up. Coming up on the other side, more on your PNC music, of course, right up till 12 midday.
My name is Clarice, and you are with Mark Ali